మిత్రులారా, బంధువులారా, వనక్కము, స్వాగతము. Welcome to South Asia Maps. So this is Education Channel. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy Joggari Tirupati Reddy. In this Education Channel, I would like to share my passion and extensive map reading and study of global systems, Indology, and human ecology with you. Mitranam, I have opened a new series called Arabia series, essentially Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here in this, I will post a couple of presentations that will give you a deeper understanding of this region. This is, excuse me, part A. I have identified round about 25 or so geographic regions, physiographic regions, and in this presentation I will give you an overview of 7 of them. In the remaining presentations we look remaining geographic, physiographic regions. Later I will take up each region extensively for you. So this is a broad presentation. You can look at it. Here, Arabia series, and we are in part 1 or A, 25 geographic regions, part A. All these presentations, Mitranam, I will be posting at South Asia Maps. J. Reddy, you can Google YouTube channel, education channel. There are more than 830 or 40 or so far. And I have posted them in round about 80 or so playlist. You can pick and choose. In part A, we will look at certain geographic, physiographic regions. Here, I will expand these, and you can see all these 7 here. Clearly, the font will be very big here, so that if you miss in the next part, you can look at them, so that this is very clear to you. I will give you a bird's eye view of these 7 parts now, and after this I will take you a series of maps and 3D views, so that you will get a very great clarity of this region. There is a difference between administrative political maps. Here you can see Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, popularly called in the Arabian Peninsula, the dominant country. In the right hand side, you can see the physiographic maps. The physiographic maps presentations, when compared to standard two-dimensional political maps, will give you more about the land, terrain, physical features, how a particular land is oriented with respect to the plateaus, plains, mountains, water bodies, the gorges, and so on. So understanding this will give you a far better understanding, or give you a deeper inkling to conceptualize the socio-political economic events that are happening in this region, how the physiography molds the human civilization. Saudi Arabia is a very, very important country. Before that, you have to have some understanding of this. The provinces, there are 13 or so, the Eastern Province and Sharqiya, Northern Province, Somalia, and the Heartland region, Riyadh and Qasim, Buraida, that is the Hail, and Arar, Juwaif, and the Sakaka, Juwaif regions, Mecca, Medina, also. In 630 AD or so, the pagan Arabia collapsed after the rise of Islamic ideology, and that totally established different socio-political religious systems now that plays a very prominent role in that part and many parts of the world. And this is also very important in that aspect to understand where the Islam has risen, that is the Saudi Arabian region. Here, those regions have expanded. I will go over briefly about them. And all these 25 are regions I am showing here so that you can have at one place all of them. I have listed here. And this is the first parts I have shown here at one place so that you will get a broader conceptualization entire thing, and also the rest of the regions among 25 I have posted and listed here those names so that at one place you can have all of them. So number one is the Tubayq Plateau region that borders the Jordan, country of the Jordan, and it also borders a depression or wadi. Wadi is a temporary river, is a seasonal river or called ephemeral river. Arabia doesn't have any rivers or most of this peninsula. They are called wadis. And Sirhan region, and south of the Sirhan region there is a plateau or mountain region called Sawan region that is in the Jordan. And even though this is in the Jordan, I am showing you, you get a clarity. This is the Tubayq in the Saudi Arabia. Adjoining is this is the Sawan region, and south of that Adi Riyadh, and south of this Saudi Arabian Tubayq region, this is the Tabuk Plateau region and Temen Plateau regions. This is the part of Sharawat Mountains, and that is called Shafa Mountain, this region. And you can see the Wadi Sirhan Basin that comes from the Jordan and overlaps into the up to the Nafud desert area, mostly the Jawaf province of Saudi Arabia. And number one and two. Number three is the Syrian desert. The southern part of the Syrian desert is called Hamad Desert. If you are not clear here, I will show you other on other maps. You will get a clarity there. And this is the Hamad and Syrian desert number. Hamad is the southern part of the Syrian desert here. Next very important region is the Wadis. And these Wadis all drain into the Mesopotamian plain. And there are two rivers. Northern river is the Tigris, southern part is Euphrates. And near Basra, it forms the Shat el Arab waterway and joins into the Gulf or Persian Gulf region. So these are the historic Arab tribes who used to live in this area called Anizah tribes or Unizah tribes. All these wadis are called Wadis of Anizah. They come from the border province, that is the Shamali region, and Sharqiya Eastern Province region, and drain eventually into these plains. Some of these, the wadis are in the north side wadis are Wadi Hauran, that is the region, Wadi Tubal and Wadi Ubaid and Wadi Arar and Wadi Karar. And I have shown separate wadi called Wadi Batin that is very prominent and comes from the Buraida region. Southern part is called Wadi Ruma, and that is the historical travel area from Mesopotamia to Hejaz Mecca region. And also Wadi forms the border between the Kuwait and Basra regions, that is the Mesopotamia today Iraq, the Wadi Batin or Wadi Batina. Southern region is called Wadi Ruma. Remember, these can be spelled differently and Arabic names are pronounced differently. These are Romanized versions. All these things you have to keep in mind when I am presenting this to you. Next one is the Al-Hasa region. This is the eastern part of today's kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That is the KSA. And Al-Hasa region is historically called Bahrain Province. Bahrain Province should not be confused with the modern island geopolitical entity called Bahrain country, a small country across the crossway from this is the conglomeration of the Jubail and Dammam and all those regions. That's name historically Safa with control and so on. That is the Bahrain province or Eastern province. Now, Al-Hasa regions. Now, seven is the Syrian desert. The Syrian desert is the northern part of the Arabian desert. It is one of the dry deserts, and western side of the Syrian desert is much of the desert is called Hajarah region, Hajarah desert, that is the gravelly in nature, and eastern part is called Dibdiba, that is the sandy desert. So here I am showing the Dibdiba, here I am showing the Hajarah desert. Those are the, I will expand those so that you can have them in one place. This one, the map, you can look at it. And we will go back and look at some of the maps so that it will be very clear to you. So here I have shown this map and you have to have some landmarks in your mind. So this is the anti-Lebanon, Lebanon mountains. This is the Sinai Peninsula, the Dead Sea, Araba Valley here. This Druze Mountains, the border between uh, Syria and Jordan. So you can see the Sirhan Depression, Sirhan Wadi here. South of Sirhan Depression is the Sawan upland area. Further south is the Adir Riyadh area. You can see very clearly Jafar Depression here. And Tubayq mountain or upland area is here. That is the border area between Jordan in the north and KSA, Saudi Arabia in the south. Further, you can see the Tabuk mountain, a plateau region, and Taman plateau region. These are the prominent towns in this part of Saudi Arabia. Sharawat Sarat Mountains or Hejaz Mountains, they're called. Northern part is called actually the Shafi Mountain. So this is the Syrian desert. Southern part of the Syrian desert is called Hamad region, and further south Syrian desert, this part is called gravelly. Where is Hamad? Where is the Syrian desert? Where is Hazara gravelly desert? Hibaba. And this Dibdiba, all these are overlapping regions. You have to keep in mind the local names I am describing here. This is the gravelly region that is called Hazara. Further east we have the sandy area, Dibdiba region. So you can see the Mesopotamian plains here, Euphrates river here, and this is these are all the wadis. This area is called historically Hauran regions, the Wadi Hauran here. You can see the Wadi Batin is a very, you can see the some area here. This is the Buraida here. This is the Wadi Rumma. Upstream region is the Wadi Rumma, Wadi Batin. So these the Wadis of Anizah are Unizah are there as Hauran and Batin. There is Ar and Karar and Daibul and all those many different Wadis. We'll look at later. This is the history. This is the Kuwait state geopolitical entity. This is the Qatar Peninsula. This is the Bahrain Island. And this historic region called Bahrain Province also, and Al-Hasa province today, that is the eastern province, also called Sharqiya. Sharq is the Arabic word, means eastern, and northern province in Arabia is called Shamalia region, and so on. So this is the Al-Hasa region or eastern province, or broadly Bahrain provincial region, and this is the Dahna desert and Nafud desert, Rubalkali in the south, and these areas we'll see later in detail. So what here I am showing is the same thing. You can see this is the Dead Sea, this is the Druze Mountains, you can see the Sirhan Valley, and this is the eastern, the Java province. This is the Tubayq. This is the Jordanian border, the Tubayq. Tubayq Plateau region is the mountains is different from the Tabuk Plateau. Tabuk is also provincial headquarters and major town also in Saudi Arabia, northwestern region. And our landmark being the Sirhan here, and this is the Syrian desert region and Hamad here, and this is the Hazara gravelly desert area, and further south is the sandy desert area Dibdiba, and this is the all the wadis. You can see Wadi Batin here and Wadi Hauran here. They're all merging into the Euphrates river. When there is more rain, they will flow and merge. Otherwise, they will sink somewhere in the sandy area. That is called endoric uh, drainage area. The river doesn't reach the destination. And that's the Al-Hasa region or Bahrain region, the broader Sharqiya province or eastern province. This is the Bahrain island nation itself. So that is in broad about today. In the next presentation, we will talk about some more. In the part B, the geographical regions of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Mitronomic, joining me today and your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. You can post your comments or anything you would like to add. See you later.